Okay, so let's move to chapter 6. In chapter 6, we learn about the e-commerce marketing concepts, and I also introduce you several tools to measure the performance of the websites and some of the social media platforms. When we're talking about the marketing, we should learn about the consumer behaviors models. So what are they? About the consumer behavior is related to social science, and it attempts to understand what the consumers would like to purchase, where and when, how much, and why, etc. So it's about the consumer behavior to support for the marketing activities. For the consumer behavior models, we have the predict a wide range of consumer decisions, which is influence to the consumer decisions. When you would want to sell something, so you should make sure that your product is attractive and it can stimulate to the consumer decisions of buying that product. And based on the background, maybe that is about the demographic factors or the intermediate variables to support. So it's based on the consumer information, so we can predict their behavior as well. So this is the general model of the consumer behavior. You can see that the final variables over here, we call that the dependent variables, which is the buyer decisions. This is our target, right? To stimulate how to make them buy our products, right? So it's based on the information from the demographics variables, some of the background factors over here, maybe from the cultural in that region, social life of the consumers, and the psychological factors over here. And those factors will affect to the brand, the marketing communication stimulate, and form capability as well. When they stimulate here is, like they want to buy your products, so we call that the stimulate. And then they affect to the in-store behavior, and then they can make the decision to buy your products. Those are in the detail of the background demographic factors. We have the culture, broadest impact over here. And in the culture, we have the several subcultures over here, such as the age, the ethnicity and lifestyle, geography, etc. And for the social factors, we have several groups. We have the direct reference groups or indirect reference groups, such as the KOL, the famous persons, and the opinion leaders, for the viral influencer, especially on the social networks such as Shopee or TikToks or Facebook, etc. Or some of the lifestyle groups. So we want to follow them, okay? We are interested in listen to their opinions as well, their reviews. On some of the psychological profiles as well. Those are the background for the demographic. And how to make the consumer make the decision. Okay, so this is the 5 stages in the consumer decision process. Based on the psychographic research, we combine with the demographic and the psychological data over here. So it's about the behavior, right? And we divide the market into the groups, or we call the market segmentation, based on maybe the social classes, their incomes, their titles, their jobs, their lifestyle, or now it's even the personality characteristics as well. And then we can make the 5 stages in consumer decision process. From the first one is awareness of the need, search for more information, evaluation of alternatives, actual purchase decision, and post-purchase contact with the firm. We will move to the detail over here based on the market communications correspond to the 5 stages. For the 5 stages over here, you can see we have several communication channels over here, from offline or online. Offline about the mass media for awareness. They aware about our products, okay, or they know that their needs as well, okay, based on the commercials on TV or printed media as well. For the online, now most of the user, they use the online communication tools. So we can target based on the banner ads on the website, sponsor ads on Facebook or social networks. And we have several targeted event promotions, such as the 10th of October, etc., or the Christmas, some of the special events. And after they got the awareness, and what should they do next? The consumer will search for your products, right? So what can we support them? We can support in the search engine, online catalogs to send them the website for them to visit, or maybe we just send them the targeted email to invite them to try our products as well. And after searching, we got the several options, right? We call that the alternatives. So they will evaluate. For example, they have they want to buy let's say a TV, and they got several brands or several models as well, so they can evaluate which one should we buy. Yeah, so how to evaluate? Maybe they will check the reviews on YouTube or from the KOL or from the even from their friends or their colleagues, etc. Right? Or some of the sites make some reviews or comparisons as well. So then they can make their decision to buy which alternative. Finally, after making the decision, they will purchase. Okay, they will buy. So we can send them several discounts or emails or promotion to them, and to help them to make a better purchasing decision. After buying the product, we have the post purchase behavior loyalty over here. Okay, so we have the community of consumption, newsletter, etc. Post purchase is very important. Why? Because it's affect to the loyalty. What is the loyalty? Loyalty is just simply they will use your products or services again after using one time, right? And again, so this creates the loyalty. So when they got some problems after purchasing, maybe you can support them well. It's very important. The model of online consumer behavior is very similar to offline. Okay, for the online behavior model, we also know about the consumer first, and we should understand the characteristics which can support for their needs. And we understand the attitude toward the online purchasing as well. We should create the better website features, and we have the perceptions about the control over the web environment, such as the advertising or the promotions or the search engine as well. So that's we call that the clickstream behavior. That's just the transaction logs for the consumer from the search engine to purchase. Okay, so if they want to buy something, maybe they search on Google or they search on the marketplace, and we should stimulate their needs to the purchasing phase. Okay, so this is the model for online consumer behavior. You see the target here is the purchase, right? And based on the clickstream behavior, how to evaluate that. So it's very similar to the offline consumer behavior here. They also have the culture, the social norms, demographic and psychological factors as well. However, they have the brand, they have the online marketing communication stimuli, and they have the website, etc. And that they will affect to the purchasing attitudes as well. Okay, and then we can make the final decision to purchase. That's it about the marketing. You know, marketing is not just about the advertising. It's just a little part of marketing. Okay, we should understand the consumer needs, and we should fulfill their needs to make them satisfied with our product and service and create the loyalty as well. And about the shoppers, you see that most of the shoppers now is 86%, maybe during after COVID-19, maybe it's increased more than 86%. This is just the general statistical numbers. So what consumers buy online? Almost everything, right? We have maybe we have the computer, electronics, books, jewelry, toys, health and beauty, etc. Okay. How shoppers find the vendors online? So usually they use search engines such as Google or Bing, and the 33% go directly to the site. So they do know the website of the company, such as like, for example, like the shoes, they go to Nike or Adidas website or apps directly. And they use some of the comparison shopping sites. Sometimes they want to compare, right? Some price, some features, and they use some product rating sites as well. So what do they concern about when they purchasing online? Maybe they concerned about they support the credit card use or shipping fee, or maybe returning a product is difficult or not, etc. So there's many things to concern about. For the trust, the utility, there are two most important factors shaping the decision to purchase online. The first one is about the utility. So we want to have a better prices, convenience, or the speed, right? When you buy something on Tiki or Lazada or Shopee, we want to get them the product on time, right? The speed. So that's why they support like the 2 hours delivery, something like that, to enhance their service. And about the trust, so the trust How can we develop the trust? We will build a strong reputation for the honesty, fairness, and the on-time delivery with the high-quality products. Some of the basic marketing concepts about the marketing. There's many definitions about marketing. Here they discuss about the strategies and actions to establish a relationship with consumers and encourage them to use our products or services. And we also analyze the competitiveness with the other industry and the firms. And we also create a unique and highly differentiated products or services, and we can enhance the competitiveness in the market. The three levels of product and services. Usually we have the core products such as the cell phone, and we have the actual products. When they sell the cell phone, they also have the music player, the widescreen connect to the 4G or the Wi-Fi as well. We call the actual values or the core benefits of that product. And the third one is about the augmented products. It includes additional benefits beyond the core benefits. Okay, such as product guarantee, after-sales support, the basics for building the product brand. So those are the three levels of the products here. We just discussed, and they draw in this diagram for the core benefits. The actual products such as the brand names, whether it's Apple or Samsung, for the cell phone, etc. Quality, design, features, packaging. Packaging is also very important in marketing as well, right? It should be eye-catching and convenient as well. And the augmented products such as warranty, after-sales support to enhance the loyalty of the consumers. For the brand, so the brand is the most important expectation for a product is about the quality, reliability, consistency, the trust, loyalty, and reputation. So the way to create the brand, we have the process of brand creation. So we call that the branding. And we should have the brand strategy and equity as well. From the products to create the brand, for example, firstly, you create the product, and branding is complicated and spend a lot of effort for the company. You can see here, it's from the marketing consumer research. So they do know about the consumer needs based on the market research. And then they move to the production and product design over here to create the core product. For example, they create the iPhone, right? The first core products. And then Apple, they create some of the augmented products as well. They will differentiate some features with the other phones. For the quality, the price, support, so most of the consumer, they satisfy with the iPhones, and they create the trust and the loyalty. So when I bought iPhone 6, and then I would like to buy the iPhone 12 as well, or iPhone 13. Okay, so it's to create a high reputation and branding. It takes years, right, or decades. And this section is very important. When we conduct the marketing activities, we must analyze the STP, okay? Stands for the segmenting, targeting, positioning. So the major ways used to segment or target customer. Okay, so how to conduct the segmentation? I believe that you have learned in the marketing principles. So maybe it's based on the behavioral, demographic, psychographic, or even the search. We call it the micro segmentation. And with the segment, the product is positioned and the brand is unique, right? For the target. And from segmenting, we will adjust our product to the expected consumer. So we call that the target customer or targeting. Okay, and from the targeting, we will enhance the value to give them. So we call that the positioning. For the positioning, we must write the positioning statement. So this is a sample of positioning statement of Nike. For serious athletes, Nike gives confidence that provides the perfect shoe for every sport. So how to design a positioning statement? It's not similar to the slogan, so be careful about this. The slogan of Nike is like, just do it, right? And about the positioning statement, they will have several components like this. The first one, you should tell your target customers or target consumer over here, to whom, okay, or for whom, okay, for the serious athletes. And you must give the name of your company here, like Nike, okay, that's the second component. Next, the first one is the very important, the value or the unique value of which you provide to your customers, okay? And then you can design the positioning statement. We have a little exercise about this later. And with the revolution in internet marketing technologies, we have several technologies to support internet marketing, such as the web transaction, the cookies, databases, etc., or the CRM systems. We move to one by one. Yeah. The first one is about the transaction logs. It's just the historical data to record all of the transactions on the web. We call that. And then we have the web trends, such as the Google Trends, we just practiced several weeks ago. And we have the marketing data with registration forms and shopping cart database. So when you buy something on Lazada or Shopee, so they record all of your shopping cart activities, right? And then they give some recommendations for this, for the future. So for the answer the question such as what are the major patterns of interest or purchasing? So they are the patterns, right? So when you want to buy, let's say you want to buy a product, so maybe they will buy another product. So they will connect all of the products together to create the pattern behavior. Okay. And after go to the home page, where do you go first or the second? So they do know what your click stream, where do you click on the website. To record all of the activities, we have the cookies file, just a little text file on the website, and it's placed on your personal devices, okay, such as phones or PCs. And it will record all of the historical activities on your web. And they can, the marketers can know your behavior to support you. Of course, they have the pros and cons for this, right? They can give you the more personalized service to enhance your satisfaction, or maybe they impact to your privacy as well. It's the same with the web box. It's just a tiny graphical files embedded in the email message. And it's also transmit information about the user, okay, to the server automatically. About the database, it's very important in any system. We will not have any applications such as YouTube, Facebook, or games, anything without the database, right? It's the heart of the system. Behind the application, we have the database, right? We have the database from customer, from products, etc. So behind the website, we also have the database. And to manage the database, we must have the software to create, maintain the database, manage the database. So we call that the DBMS, the database management system. And to handle the database, we usually use the SQL, or we call that the structured query language over here. And the relational database is just the basic of the database design in the system. Okay, so in a nutshell, database will record all of the data they collected in the organized way, and they can analyze the data or manage the data with the DBMS system or the software to support that. With the code, we call that the SQL. Okay, so we write some SQL script or code to control the DBMS. This is a sample. You can see that this is the relational database. So we have the rows, we call that the records, and the column, we call that the fields. The customer data will be stored in the table like this. For example, here we have 3 customers. And the order we will save to another table, product, another table. Okay, all of those tables, we call that the database. So database is just a collection of the files or collection of the tables like this. And the table here, they connected to each other. We call that relational database. Okay, based on we call that the primary key and foreign keys over here. Okay, so that's it about the database. And from the data we collected, we can analyze the data. We call that the data mining. So they can measure the customer response, or they can build the customer profile to know their behavior. The next technology is about the CRM system. Okay, it stands for the Customer Relationship Management Systems. With the, on the e-commerce, maybe we have the huge database of the customers. So we must have the software to record all of the customer information, or we can find the new customers, or we can support for the current customer. So we use the CRM system, such as the contact history, they contain, and maybe they can measure the profitability or the marketing sales information. So the CRM is very important for marketing activities. So how to establish the customer relationship? Maybe we can use the viral marketing. Okay, we can create the viral videos, maybe on YouTube or Facebook, or other platforms. Or we can write our blogs, or we can make the social networks, SEO, content writing. Next one is about the net pricing strategy. The pricing is a complicated task. To determine about the price, we have several ways. First one, we have the price based on the cost, fixed cost, variable cost, and the market demand. And then we can adjust the price. We conduct the price discrimination, so we can sell the products to different people and groups based on the willingness to pay. The net pricing strategies, we learned about the free and freemium already. Okay, so we can build the market awareness. It's very effective. Okay, please try this software for free, something like that. Or we can use the versioning. Okay, we can create the multiple versions of product selling. You can see that the iPhone 13, right? They had several versions, right? iPhone mini, iPhone Pro Max, iPhone Pro something, right? So with different prices. And the next one is about the bundling. We offer the consumer with 2 or more goods for one price. Okay, and we can use dynamic pricing. We use the auction here, auction, right? Okay, so they can give you the various pricing techniques. Okay, so those are the questions. What are the recommendation systems? Give some example. The long tail, how recommendation system using long tail. Can human editor, including the consumer recommendations? Recommendation is everywhere, in YouTube, in Tiki, right? And it will recommend the related products based on your behavior online. The web box, discuss about the web box as well, and how to protect our privacy. And about the social network marketing as well, we have several questions like this. So why do social networks represent such a promising opportunity for marketers? What are some new types of marketing that social networks have spawned? What are some of the risks of social network marketing? Okay, what makes it dangerous? And what are some of the tools companies use to keep track of social network activity? Okay, so you can answer those questions. Okay, is there any question? Now we move to the first step of the digital marketing is to understand about the customers or about the consumer or the buyer. So usually we have to create a buyer persona. All right. So this is the tool to design a buyer persona. It's just a fiction people will think about. Okay, and you can provide their ages, their salary, their jobs, etc. So you should create a buyer persona for that. Okay, so it will be representing your target audience. Okay, this is just a fictional person. So you can you can use the buyer persona to create your target. Okay. Maybe you can use another tools. I just give you the Hootsuite over here, so you can use Hootsuite to create the buyer persona, or you can use another template. Okay. So you can create the buyer persona like this. Follow this link. So I will send you this link for the exercise. Okay, the next tool I would like to introduce is about how to measure the performance of your website. So you should have the page speed insight over here to measure the speed of your website. For example, you want to measure, I want to measure this one, okay, the speed of performance. So I put the URL here and analyze. So you will put your website and put here to get the result. %. Okay, so you can see that we can measure it on the mobile devices or the PC. The PC is better, and you can take a screenshot here and you can analyze this. Okay, which we should enhance something, so you can I think you can transfer it into English. All right, so this is the score to evaluate the website. All right, and the next one is a very important and interesting tool. We call that the similar web. We want to measure the performance of the website, so they can measure the digital world over here. Okay, so we can analyze the web or app. Okay, we can see that this is a must-have platform to when you conduct the marketing online. They can support the market research, digital marketing, e-commerce, sales, and it's trusted by the many big companies. You can see here, similar web. All right. Now you put your website here to measure. So let's try. Give me a website. Maybe we try Hootsuite as well. Research. All right. So you can see that they have the total visit around more than 2 million users. The bounce rate is mean that the user will visit your website just a few seconds and they left. Okay, so there's a bounce rate. Page per visit, average visit duration, so we know the insights of the website. So I think it's a must. You should try this one, and you can take this where are they from, right? Top countries, and the audience interest. So they do know about your audience interest as well. And they also have the other visited websites and the topics, relevant topics, and some of the comparisons of the similar size. Even you can see that the competitors as well. All right, so I think this is a very, very interesting tools for you. Maybe you can try it and more. Okay. And see the audiences, the marketing channels. So mostly they based on the search over here, right? Okay. So, and the last one is also a very interesting tool about how to analyze the social platforms. We call that the social plat. For example, you have the YouTube channel, right? So let's enter. Can you give me the name of the YouTube channel? Maybe you can try supported platform YouTube or Instagram, TikTok as well. Okay. May I have one? Please type the name of a YouTube channel here and we will analyze it. Okay. So maybe we can try mine. Okay. Okay, if we put mine. Okay, so you can see that we have the uploads, subscribers, video views, country rank as well. Okay. So we have the social plat over here. Let's try another channel. Let's try another one. Maybe I try the deep mind. Okay, deep mind. It's a very interesting channel for deep mining, for AI, deep learning. Deep mind. Oh, it's not bad. It's so you can see that they can analyze how much do they earn per month. All right. Wow, to yearly. Okay, yearly and 40K, 40K. And they analyze subscriber, the views, estimated earnings, etc. Okay, so that's it. Do you have any question?